So the focus turns again to the Europa League as Forest for me are in a must-win game as we travel to the Netherlands to take on Utrecht. Are there injuries? Who's going to start? Who's going to play? We're going to get into it all. Welcome to the preview. Hi guys, hope you're doing well and welcome to the preview as Forest will go away to Utrecht in the Netherlands in this must-win Europa League game. Coming up, we'll talk you through the potential injuries, the starting lineup, what to expect from Utrecht, and are Forest going to win this one? We'll get into it all. So make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you've subscribed as well if you're new to Forest Fan TV. And make sure that you check out the sponsors. And that is, of course, football prizes. You know what? There's so many giveaways. I've just got to quickly run you through them. You can win this one here for 29p. That's all it costs you. 2 hospitality tickets for Forest versus Liverpool. Go there. The link's pinned in the comments. You can win 2 hospitality tickets for Spurs. There's only 99 tickets available for this one right here, so go check it out. You can win this Hutchinson signed framed shirt. There's only a few tickets left on that. You can also win this Dan and Doy one if you do like Dan and Doy. And even better than that, you can enter for free right now to win one of the Forest 3 kits. So make sure you go click on the link that's pinned in the comments or scan the QR code there. Big up to football prizes as always. Okay, let's get into the video. Let's kick this one off. Let me give you a bit of background on Utrecht. So Utrecht obviously play in Eredivisie. They're currently sitting about mid-table. I think they're in 6th place. Their form has been okay. In the Europa League, it's been horrendous. But this is a team that was only founded in 1970 and they've never been relegated from the Eredivisie. I think it was like 3 clubs ended up being formed into one. So if we look into their Europa League form, they haven't won a single game. They've only picked up 1 draw. They lost to Lyon, they lost to Brann, they lost to Freiburg, they drew with Porto, and they lost to Real Betis. Now, that draw with Porto is a bit standout. We beat Porto 2-0, and Porto are a decent team. So let's not take this game too lightly. Let's not expect to put out the kids and come away with 3 points. Forest so far haven't done the greatest away from home. A couple of draws. Did we get a win away from home? I can't remember. But we need to get 3 points on this one. Now, when it comes to their key players, left back is the one you want to look out for. He's an Arab, Sufyan El Kharouni. That's the one we need to look out for. He can play at left back, he can play left midfield. In terms of their setup, they tend to play in a 4-3-3, sometimes adapt it into a 4-2-3-1. So, this should be a Forest win, but we've just got to be careful. Now, it might suit us to play against them because they're a possession-based team with an attacking style of football. If they do that, I think that suits us more. Maybe they're looking at it as they need to be on the front foot. But the other thing to remember is it's very unlikely that they're going to qualify for the next stages, even the playoffs of the Europa League. So how seriously are they taking this compared to their league form, etc.? We'll have to wait and see. Maybe that bodes in our favour. So there are a few pitfalls to watch out for. But in general, if Forest can focus on themselves and if Forest can do what we need to do and start playing proper football, man, then we should be able to come through this unscathed. But we do have injuries. We do have players that can't play thanks to Nuno. This is a bit tough. But let's get into the team and figure it all out together. So let's jump across to the team and have a look at it. This was the team that started against Everton, who lost 3-0. And there's some players already we know that can't or won't be playing. So Hutchinson, thank you Nuno, won't be able to play in this game. So let's get him off. We know that Ryan Yates has probably done his hamstring. How long he's out for, we're not sure yet. So we've had the piece of paper update from Sean Dyche. And that brings in some other questions. Like, is Murillo fit enough? And should we be risking Murillo in this game if he is fit enough with Spurs just round the corner on Sunday? Now, I can't take my biases out of this one. We have to beat Spurs for my own personal gain, right? So I wouldn't play Murillo in this one. if we weren't playing Spurs and we're playing some pointless team like, I don't know, Bournemouth or something, then yeah, I'd probably say risk Murillo because this one is important. All right, let me get my Spurs bias out of it. Murillo has to start. Let's be honest. If Murillo don't play it, I don't feel like we win games. So Murillo has to start. Just please be fit for Spurs as well, Murillo. Now, is Murillo fit? Is he not? We're playing the whole roundabout game. It's been going on for weeks now. I don't know. I'm going to put him in, but don't hold your breath over him starting. Now, with the rest of them, you would expect that to be the same. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Savona was rested and maybe Zach Abbott comes in at right back just to give him a little breather. So I'm going to chuck in Zach Abbott there. Or maybe I'd probably prefer Nico Williams was rested. But anyway, let's go with that for now. And then in midfield, for me, I would think about resting Sangare. But Sangare's off to AFCON on the 15th. I think Sangare plays either this game or the Spurs game. I would play him in this game. His game is more suited to European opposition. And you know what? He used to play in the Eredivisie. So he will understand this game better than most. So I'd start him in this one and then Dominguez in the Spurs one. Anderson has to play. He's Anderson. Gibbs White, stinker against Everton, but will probably start. And that brings us on to the Ndoye question. I would not want to start Ndoye in this game, but I don't think we have a choice thanks to Nuno. You have got a couple of options. If you want to drop Ndoye, let's just put him here for a sec. You could go Hudson-Odoi on the left-hand side and then McAtee on the right-hand side. McAtee's shown absolutely no form so far this season. I don't think that happens, and I think just by default, Ndoye is going to start there and hopefully be dropped for the Spurs game. Now, if Ndoye scores, don't get yourselves too excited, right? He still needs to be dropped for the Spurs game. That's going to be the team. I think Jesus starts, even though Callum Mwendo can play in this. I just think Jesus feels comfortable in this Europa League, scoring 3 goals already so far in the campaign. It just makes sense to me that he would do that. So I think there'll be light changes here. What Forest need to do, so that's the team I'm going with, by the way, so agree or not, let me know in the comments. But for me, what Forest need to do, importantly, is try and get a 2 or a 3 goal lead by, say, half-time or the 60th minute or something like that, so we can rotate out players. The Spurs game at the weekend is huge for me in particular. And I want to see Anderson coming off after 60 minutes. If Murillo starts, I want him off at half-time. You know, those kind of players need to be rotated back out. Get the win, get the 3 points. This game is hugely important. We have more chance of Champions League football this season than we did last season, which is crazy, you know, thinking about how crap we've been in the Premier League. So I think get the big boys in, get the game won, get them rotated out, and then focus on Spurs. That's my plan. Whether Sean Dyche's plan is the same, I have no idea. But let me know who you would start. Give me your score predictions as well. I'm going 3-1 to Forest. Don't ask me who scores the goals. Maybe Jesus. Maybe Hudson-Odoi gets one. Maybe Zach Abbott gets one. But I'm going 3-1 to Forest. It's more in hope than expectation. We need to get these 3 points in the bag. We're current, and that pushes us up closer to the automatic spots as well. So get your predictions in. We'll see you for the next video tomorrow. Make sure you've liked. Make sure you've subscribed. Come on, you Reds.